Today we are going to discuss a program related to sorting. We will be given an unsorted array. What we have to do is that we have to find the minimum length subarray such that sorting this subarray makes the whole array sorted. Let's take an example here. In this array, sorting this subarray will make this whole array sorted. This subarray that lies between the indexes 3 and 8. So we have to write a program to get this 3 and 8. So what we are going to do is that we need to use two variables s and e. S to store the starting index position of the subarray and e to store the ending index position of the subarray. At first, we need to traverse through this array from left to right in order to find the first occurring element which is greater than the element to its right. That is, we will be checking like this, and we need to find the first occurring element which is greater than the element to its right, that is 30. Here we have 30 greater than 25. Then we will store this index position of 30 as the starting index position of our required subarray. Then we have to traverse from right to left in this array, that is in the reverse order, to find the element which is less than the element to its left. We'll be checking like this, and we will get 31 less than 32. So we will store the index position of 31 as our ending index position of our subarray. Now this subarray we got is considered as a candidate subarray, that is it can or cannot be our required subarray. So what we have to do next is to check whether sorting this subarray will make our whole array sorted. But in the actual program, we will not sort the subarray. Instead, we will use two variables, min and max. Min and max to store the smallest and largest elements in this subarray. In this subarray, we need to find the smallest and largest elements, and we need to store them in min and max respectively. Here in this case, min is 25 and max is 40. And what we have to do next is, first we need to consider this array, that is from the index position 0 to s minus 1, and we have to check whether any element is greater than this min. Here in this case, no element is greater than min. If there is any element greater than min, means we have to change the index position of that element to s. And this s should be changed to the index position of that element. Here we don't need to change. Then we have to check this array, that is in the order right to left. We have to check any element is less than max, and you can see 35 is less than 40. So we will change e to the index position of 35. In that way we will get s as 3 and e as 8. Now we can move on to the program. Here we have an array declared, and to store the length of the input array s, e, max and min. Then we have a for loop to read the array. Then here we have the for loop which will be traversing from left to right through the array and check whether there is any element that is greater than the element right to it. If any element is found, we use a break statement, that is s will contain the index of that element. Here we will have 3. This then we should check this condition, that is if s is equal to n minus 1, that means no element is greater than the element next to it. That means the array is already sorted. We have to print that. Then we can stop the program execution because we don't need to execute the rest of the program. Then we have If s is not equal to n minus 1, then we have another for loop which will be traversing the reverse order, that is from right to left, from n minus 1 to e. That will check if there is any element that is less than the element left to it. If any element is found, we use the break statement, that is e will contain the index of that element. That is, in this case, we are having 7. Now we have got our candidate array. Now we have to find the maximum, that's the largest and the smallest element in our candidate array. To find that, we have already seen how to find the largest and smallest elements, so I'm not discussing this code. You know that we will update the both the variables with the first element in the array, then we will check this conditions using for loop. After finding the largest and the smallest element, we need to traverse through the array once more, that is from I equal to 0 to s, to check whether there is any element that is greater than min. If there is any element found, then we will update s to the index position of that element, then we will use the break statement. That is, even if there are two elements that is greater than min, we will only consider the first occurring element while traversing from left to right. Here also, we will be traversing from left to right, that is from n minus 1 to e. We will only check this condition, that is if array of I is less than max. If any element is found, then we will update e to the index position of that element, then we will use a break statement, that is only first occurring element will be considered the index position of that element. So we will have e equal to 8 here.